Let's talk about it. Today we're going to be talking about Mayor Brandon Johnson, the third grade teacher that the majority of Chicagoans that voted for him without doing their due diligence on this politician that they put in to her Chicago, addresses the armed troops in the loop. If you're just tuning in, hit that like button so that way it can help out with the algorithm moving forward. Also hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that way you can be notified every time I drop a video. Oh, and by the way, FYI, you might want to stick around on this channel because tomorrow I will be dropping a new music video called As Days Go By. It's off my latest new album that I just dropped a few months ago. So you might want to tune into that. It's super dope. But until then, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, shall we?
Many Chicagoans were shocked and appalled to see videos of heavily armed, masked federal agents in our streets yesterday. The reality is that this stunt has nothing to do with public safety. This is about politics, money, and power. The president is using his militarized force the exact way he intended, to advance his political goals. He wants to militarize our cities, whether that's through ICE or through the National Guard or the United States Army.
Here we go again with the gaslighting shit. Let's continue.
Or armed forces. He wants to provoke conflict so that he can use this as a pretext to send even more federal agents into our city.
No, that'd be you, sir. Continue.
What we saw yesterday was an absolute disgrace. Families, visitors, everyday Chicagoans were out enjoying our city, and they were met with dozens of heavily armed federal agents aiming to strike fear in our communities. They targeted street vendors and construction workers, just trying to make an honest living.
They were undocumented migrants. What the hell are you talking about? Undocumented migrants that you keeping for the love of that money. Continue.
They made a little girl act as a translator as they took her family into custody. These are heartbreaking scenes that have nothing to do with making our city safer. My question to these masked, heavily armed individuals is simple. What could you possibly need an automatic weapon for? The only plausible explanation is that their aim is not to carry out their duties, but instead strike fear in our communities. If you are following the law, if you are in accordance with the Constitution, if you have a criminal warrant, then there is no reason to cover your face. This comes on the heels of the revelation that was reported on MSNBC that Tom Homan, the so-called border czar, accepted a $50,000 bribe from undercover FBI agents in exchange for lucrative detention center contracts.
Go ahead, continue, man.
So let's call it what it is. Tom Homan sold out the American people for $50,000 in cash.
Bullshit.
And that's why I'm calling on the federal government to appoint an independent investigator to review every single contract in the city of Chicago, the county and the state, related to any ICE detention centers. The people have a right to know if these contracts are legitimate or if they were granted as a result of outright bribery and corruption.
Like y'all motherfuckers ain't doing that shit. You and JB Pritzker. Again, gaslighting. But continue though.
As of last week, 72% of those held in ICE detention have no criminal record. And of those with a criminal record, many are for traffic violations and misdemeanors. The Trump administration's detention campaign is not for public safety, it is for profit. More than 90% of the immigration detention centers are run by private and for-profit corporations. The Trump administration has already engaged in no-bid contracts with private prison contractors across the United States. Executives at private prison firms are calling this a gold rush, as their stocks have soared by as much as 80%. In May, the CEO of a private prison corporation told investors, and this is a quote, "Truly one of the most exciting periods in the history of the company." One company estimated that they could make as much as $400 million of taxpayer money per year from private detention. Another said that it could make as much as $1 billion in additional revenue. The two largest private prison corporations gave President Donald Trump at least $2.8 million for his re-election campaign. This is the agency that Trump and Republicans just handed $170 billion, a blank check with little to no oversight. The money that Republicans gave to ICE is there's more funding given to ICE in this last budget that has been allocated for police departments at state and local governments in all 50 states, including the District of Columbia combined. Let me say that again. Trump gave his personal militarized force more money than all other local and state police funding combined. And the guy they put in charge of that funding was bought for $50,000 in cash. They are lining their own pockets and the pockets of the executives of small number corporations.
I'm in this video right here, man. Hey, y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are on this video, man. Again, man, I mean, for those that thought that this was a good idea to elect a third grade teacher with an ugly mohawk as the mayor of Chicago, y'all rapid ass mind. I'm telling you now, man. Chicago is finito, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments. And stay tuned for more. This is your boy Illz, Keeps It Real TV, signing out. Peace.